and welcome to my kitchen, and another installment of the holidays are coming. Today we have a delicious gift that you can make in your kitchen in very little time with very few ingredients. We're going to be making some cinnamon vanilla roasted pecans. These are like those candied pecans that you can buy in the mall, and they're really expensive when you do that. Now I know that nuts are not exactly cheap, but they're delicious and they're special and they're perfect for holiday gift giving, snacking, or just keeping for yourself. Your friends and family are going to love these. Let's go see how we make them. Alright, we're going to go over the very simple ingredients that go into these cinnamon roasted pecans. These are lovely to make and give as gifts. So what you're going to need, what I have here is 6 cups of pecans, and we have 1 cup of water, 2 cups of granulated sugar. We're going to use a half a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and that's it. Now we're going to go over to the stove and we're going to show you how we put these together. I've just added my sugar to a cold skillet, and I'm going to go ahead and add my salt and my cinnamon. And just for fun, because I have it, you don't have to use this. It's entirely up to you. I have some vanilla powder. These are some dried vanilla beans that I ground up myself. And I'm just going to toss those in there. About a half a teaspoon is what I used. If you have vanilla powder on hand, you can toss that in there. It'll be delicious. Just give this a stir. It doesn't have to be perfect. Now I'm going to put my pecans in here. And my water. So we have 2 cups of sugar and 1 cup of water. And the idea of this little game plan is to cook this over a medium heat, medium-high heat, and so all of the water evaporates and create a syrup that is then going to cause the sugar, the longer you cook it, to crystallize and adhere to these nuts. At the same time, it's going to roast the nuts, so there's no need to pre-cook the nuts or roast them in the oven. We're just going to do this all on top of the stove, and it's going to take a little while. So this is one of those recipes where you're not going to want to walk away from it. You're going to have to stand here, and you're going to have to stir it. Now I'm going to put mine on medium-high heat, and I'm going to wait until it comes up to a boil, and I'll bring you back, and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, my sugar syrup has come to a boil. You want to babysit this, because if you don't, once it gets to a certain point, that sugar is going to start to burn, okay? And you don't want to do that. You don't want it to be on too high. You want it to be on medium high. You don't put it on super high, because that will definitely be a disaster. Now, this is a waiting game, alright? You just want to keep stirring it. You keep letting it boil until all the water has boiled out, and this is literally looking like it's boiled dry, okay? I'm going to be back a couple more times just to give you kind of status updates on this project, and then we'll show you the finished product. So I'll be back when this is about half gone. Alright, as you can see, a lot of the water has already cooked out and evaporated, and you can see that this is starting to string. And that's what you want. When you dip your spoon in there and you pull it away, you see how it's starting to strand? That, I believe, is the thread stage in the sugar, okay? Don't quote me, but I think that's it. At this point, you're not going to want to leave this. You're going to continue to stir it and toss the pecans in that hot syrup, because after a little while here, the sugar is going to start to crystallize. The longer it stays in this pan and the more you toss it, these nuts are going to start to crystallize, and they're going to become candy, just like you see in the mall. Now, if you ever go to the mall and you see this cinnamon roasted peanut stand, or nut stand, they sell more than just pecans, but they have a big machine that turns the nuts constantly in the syrup until they're perfectly done. Now, at home, we don't have the luxury of having that, so
I have you.
You have me. That's right. But you want to keep this in the pan. You just want to keep tossing it. You don't want it to burn. Don't turn up your heat at this point either, but don't turn it down. So This may be a little bit of work, but it'll be worth it in the end. These are so easy. They make fantastic gifts for the holidays. So, okay, we'll be back when the crystallization has taken place. All right. I just yelled at Rick, it's happening! The crystallization process is taking place. You can see this is no longer liquidy. The pan has dried out, and the crystallization process is occurring. Now, be careful at this point. These are done. Now, you want to turn off your heat. You want to grab a cookie sheet. I've lined mine with some non-stick aluminum foil. And you want to get these nuts out of this pan. And that pan is going to clean up super easy. Now you just want to spread these out. Now look how easy that was. Now I'll be back and I'll show you how I would package these up to give as gifts. And we will taste one for you because, you know, somebody's got to do it.
I have to.
Right. So we'll be back in just a few minutes. Have it. Some delicious cinnamon, vanilla, roasted candy pecans, however you want to say it. These are incredible, and they are not going to last very long, trust me. When we make these in our house, when my mom makes them, they disappear fast. In fact, when my mom makes them, she has to literally hide them from my father because, well, you know. Anyway, I've packaged these up in just a couple of ways. I have these little loaf pans. These are like little disposable loaf pan liners. And I have one of those big mini loaf pans. And these fit in there. And you can bake in these. I got these at Hobby Lobby. Right now, all the stuff there is like half price. And they're super cheap. I put one in the bottom of a decorative cellophane bag. And I just tied it up. And then I did another bag just plain with the nuts in the bag. And then I did one in a little jelly jar. These are nice to include in gift baskets or just kind of, here you go, thanks for visiting. As your guests are leaving your house, if they drop by, these are lovely to have as drop-in gifts. So, I won't lie to you, we've already been eating them.
Yeah, they're very easy to eat.
They're delicious. Now, if you want to take a little liberty, you could actually add a little cayenne pepper in here, and it would be kind of a sweet and spicy thing going on. That would be very nice. That's up to you. You can make it as hot or as mild as you like if you go ahead and add the cayenne. These don't need anything, in my opinion. They're perfect. Mm-hmm. They're beautiful. They're crunchy. They're sweet. They're rich and full of that pecan flavor. Now, don't limit yourself to pecans. You can do this with peanuts. You can do it with walnuts. You can do it with just about anything you like. I hope you give these a try, and I hope that you love them. And until next time, happy holidays! Thank you for joining me in my kitchen today. I hope you liked what you watched today, and I hope that you try it, and I hope that you love it. If you liked what you saw, please consider hitting the thumbs up button and giving me a positive rating. And also, make sure that you